Hey, besties. Okay, so there's a Lunar New Year sale currently going on the EA app, I believe until the 20th of February. And I figured I'd put out like a tier list just to like help out anybody that may not know what to buy and also cares about my opinion on what to buy. I can finally put base game in Need It because it's free, you know. After literally like 10 years, it's finally free. And I definitely think it's in a decent spot right now compared to like the base game that I got in 2014, which was like sad and colorless in many ways, and had like no toddlers, no pools, no ghosts. Like it's just sad. And I think it's definitely in a much better place now. And so if you are one of those people that like have the base game for free and don't know really what to get or like what's worth it, because there's a lot of DLC as we can see. There's quite a lot here. If you're a little confused about like what's a necessity and what's more of like a more niche thing to get, I'm hoping that that's what this video is going to be. Okay, so let's start with Get to Work. I think it's a need it, honestly, but it could also use a refresh because it's quite old. It is like the very first expansion pack for The Sims 4, so it definitely could use a bit of refreshing. But active careers and aliens, which also need a little bit of help, not gonna lie, and like running your own store, like it's really cool, I think. And it came with a world that isn't that impressive, only for lots, but it's something. It was really trying to hit like all the boxes, because it was like the very first one, you know. And I think with like a little update, a little refresh, I think it would really be quite good. It's still decent, like, and that's why I put it in Need It. Okay, cottage living, I'm gonna put in Like It. I like it a lot. Basically, you can live out your like farmer dreams. It comes with chickens, it comes with cows, it comes with llamas. It's really cool. There's like a very beautiful, big, very open world, and there's lots to like see and explore, and it's really cool. I really like it. Kind of feels a bit Stardew Valley-ish. You live in that world because you have to like help the villagers and whatnot. Very cool. But not a necessity, but definitely cool. Next up is Let Me Escape. I'm gonna put in Like It. Also very cool. I like the world a lot. Very pretty. It came with a lot of like winter sports. Very fun. And it really showcases like Japanese culture primarily, and it comes with like festivals and stuff. Like it has a lot going for it and very minimal bugs as far as I've seen. So I would definitely recommend it, but it's not a necessity, but it's very fun. Get Together, low-key, I feel like is a necessity. Like the club system, I use it literally all the time. Every time that I play the game, I'm using the club system. Like it's so helpful. I don't know how I would like function as a player if I couldn't like group sims together. You can use it for all types of really cool things. You can do like hobby clubs or like singles clubs or just like anything you want to do, basically. It's really cool. And then like you can do like if you take two sims together to a lot, they'll like automatically form a group, so you can like press go here together or like do a certain action together. Like it makes life so much easier, and I don't know how I would navigate playing The Sims now without it. So it's definitely a necessity. Get Famous, it's kind of meh for me. I don't really play with celebrities a lot personally. Del Sol Valley, the world that it came with, was also kind of a letdown. A lot of a letdown, really. I feel like they missed out on like incorporating a couple more aspects of like LA in it. Maybe some like cool apartments. And this was like pre-for rent, so like we kind of depended on the people that make the world to give us apartments. It would have been nice, but it's cool, you know. It's alright. It's not that great, but like if you want to play with like celebrities and stuff, I would definitely recommend it. That's like the only way to play with celebrities. But for me personally, it's kind of meh. It's not a necessity. I like it a little bit, but it has like some drawbacks. Next up is seasons. Definitely a need it. Definitely a need it. It makes it feel real. Like weather, weather, holidays, all those different types of things. Like it makes the whole neighborhood come alive. It didn't come with the worlds because it didn't need to. Like it really spoke for itself, and it was just so good, so good. Highly recommend. Definitely a necessity. Cats and dogs, I like it. I don't know if it's necessarily a necessity because I know not everybody cares about playing with animals, especially since you can't directly control the pets in The Sims 4. They just sort of do whatever they want to do, and you can like call them to certain things to do things if you want them to do it at a particular time, if that makes sense. But you can't like physically click on the pet and then tell them like exactly where to go or what to do or who to talk to. Like you can't really do that like you could in The Sims 3. So because of that and the fact that like depending on your playstyle you don't necessarily care about animals, I'll put it in like it alongside cottage living. I feel like that makes sense. City living, I'll also put like it. I feel like city living, the world is beautiful. I use the world a lot. It kind of like got bumped down for me since For Rent came out, and you can kind of make your own apartments. You don't necessarily have to rely on city living to provide you with apartment, but you do have to rely on city living to provide you with a city world that feels urban in any way. And it comes with like cool festivals and stuff. Like I like it. It's not a necessity, but I like it. Eco lifestyle is a very polarizing expansion. It had like a very negative initial response from the community, but I like it. I do, and I feel like I'm allowed to say that, but it's not gonna be in like it because it's kind of meh. Like I personally like it, but even I wouldn't put it in like it. Like it's very meh. It's very particular. If you care about like eco gameplay, then you'll get it, but if you don't, you won't. Like it's really kind of meh. Next one is Growing Together, and that's absolutely a need it, like immediately a need it. It's so iconic. It also helps that like it was the expansion pack that like Infants came out, and then it was like right after Infants came out, and it means a lot to me as a family game player. It just helped a lot to like fill in the little gaps that Parenthood couldn't fill, and it felt more like The Sims 3 Generations, but like a little watered down because, you know, that's kind of how it is with The Sims 4, but like it's a necessity. It adds like milestones and a bunch of like different multi-generational gameplay that is just really necessary, I think, if you play with families. High school years, I'm gonna put it in like it, but it's very close to meh. If I could put it on like in between the line, I would, because it was a very cool idea, like a super cool idea to like be able to go to high school with your teenagers and like customize the high school, and you'll like see Sims in the town, but it was very limiting. The fact that you can't just like build a high school in any world, it's like kind of already knocks the pack down from need it and into like it. But like there's like some bugs and stuff, as there usually always is with Sims 4 expansion packs, or really any packs. It's okay. It's okay. It came with like a thrift shop and boba shop combo shop together. It was cool, you know, like it's a little bit of a vibe. It has like a little carnival in the world that isn't that eventful because it's kind of a rabbit hole, but like it's a little something. It jazzes up gameplay a little bit, but it's definitely not a necessity. I don't think so, personally. And then for rent, I like it. It's not a necessity, honestly, unless you like want to build apartments. I don't think it's a necessity, and it's kind of been corrupting a couple people's saves. If you use the cheat to add more than 6 rentals on a lot, it has like a really high chance of corrupting the save. So I personally haven't experienced any corruption problems. I just play it as normal. I make like a few little units and we're chilling, we're good, we're fine. But like I just wanted to let people know that there is a very high possibility for corruption if you cheat to get more than 6 units. So that's why it's not a necessity. I like it. I like the idea of it. The world is pretty but very empty. Gameplay aside from renting is also a little bit lacking, but it was cool, you know, it was cool. It was our first South Asian worlds, so that was also a plus. But it's like it. I like it. It has meh moments, but I mainly like it. Horse Ranch, also like it. I was a horse girl. Full disclosure, I was a horse girl. Still kind of am. Love horses a lot, so this pack was very nice. I enjoy it a lot. It feels a little bit more familiar to how the horses in The Sims 3 felt, like just happiness, you know. I don't know. I was just really happy to get them back. Let me just say that. Very, very happy. If you don't care about horses, would not recommend, because that is like the entire selling point practically of this pack. But you can also get like baby goats and sheep, and they're very cute. And it came with like a world, and you can do like horse competitions, and it's fun. I like it a lot, actually. But if you don't like horses, I just don't get it. Don't do it. Island living is meh to me. I would put it in like it, but I feel like it gets a lot of things right, but also a lot of things very wrong. And for that, I have to give it meh. Like, the world's very beautiful. Gameplay, good, but not great. Mermaids are okay. They are definitely not good and definitely not great. And they, like aliens, also need a little help. A refresh would be greatly appreciated. They deserve a skill tree. It makes occults in The Sims 4 shine when they have a skill tree, and they don't have one, and it's really sad. Like, we couldn't get an Underworld of Worlds. I would at least like a skill tree. And then on to the final expansion pack, Discovery University. I like it a lot. It feels very much like the Sims 3 University, and even a little bit of the Sims 2 University, and those were really good packs. I like it. You know, you go to college with your sim. That's pretty much the entire pack. And you do different things at college, and you can like live in dorms, or you could live in your home, or you can like live in like a rental house. It's fun. If you don't care about college, don't buy the pack. But I think it's pretty cool. Okay, and we're on to game packs now. We're on to Realm of Magic. I like it. I do really like it. I like spellcasters. They were done pretty well. You get like a world and another world technically, because you get Glimmerbrook, which is like the normal sim world. Not a lot of lots, so that's something to keep in mind. But you also get to like go through a portal into a sort of Harry Potter-esque wizard world, which is very cool. I love the aesthetics of that world. You could like buy little stuff for your spellcaster, and you can do like duels, and you can be like the spellcaster mages. Like, I think it's pretty dope. If you like occult, I would definitely say to get it. Very, very cool. Outdoor Retreat is getting meh. I don't hate it, but it was like the first game pack in The Sims 4, so it's definitely deserving of a refresh. Definitely. There's a secret lot, and you can like meet an herbalist and like learn stuff from the herbalist. The world is very pretty. It came with like camping, like the whole idea of camping, but the world is still locked behind like vacation worlds, which we just sort of freed ourselves from the concept of a vacation world semi-recently. But basically the world that comes with this pack and the world that comes with the Jungle Adventure pack are still sort of locked behind vacation worlds, which kind of sucks. I feel like it would get bumped up a little bit more if it wasn't permanently locked. If you could actually live there, it'd be fun, but you can't, so unless you like stay on like an endless vacation, you literally cannot live there. It's a meh. You could use a refresh if you like camping, and that's pretty much it. I would get it. And then on to Jungle Adventure. It also gets a meh. I really like it. The world is beautiful, but it sort of makes like the culture of Latin America like an exotic thing in like a negative way. Instead of what it does with like Snowy Escape, where it's sort of like a showcase of Japanese culture, it sort of makes Latin America like this sort of gimmicky sort of place that you can only vacation in, and it's like, that's not true. Like people live in Latin America. Just because like a lot of Americans vacation there doesn't mean that like Latin Americans can't exist in places like Brazil or Colombia. Like, you know, like they're not just vacation worlds. They exist as like real countries. And they have like real culture that I think could have been an opportunity to showcase that a bit instead of like commodifying it, if that makes sense. But it's a pretty world. And it has like fun gimmicky gameplay where you can like go through ruins and like you see skeletons, you have to like solve puzzles. Like it's fun. It is, but it's just, I always kind of side eye it a little bit. And then Parenthood, I like it. Actually, I think it's a necessity. I think it's a necessity because growing together and Parenthood together create a really good sort of like family gameplay feel. You can like discipline kids, you can like set curfews. Like I feel like those two packs really played together very well, especially for family gameplay. Spa Day, I like it. I love the fact that it was the very first and currently only pack that we got a refresh for. It's really good. It has like all like the spa wellness stuff, like mani-pedi, yoga, meditation. You can like be a yoga teacher now. Like it's fun. It's a good time, and the refresh really did it justice. Like I definitely think that it's worth it if you're not just like buying the necessary packs and you want to like spoil yourself a little bit. I would definitely recommend that one. Vampires, in terms of occults, I feel like you need it. Like if you're an occult player, you need this pack. Like it walked it walked so every other occult could run, because it started the whole occult skill tree thing, and it made replayability for these occults possible. You can make like a ton of different types of vampires and it like almost never feels stale, which I love. I really love that. Strangerville, I personally like it. And that is a very controversial thing to say. I think lots of people hate it because The Sims 4 is very much a sandbox game, and some people hate when their like control is taken from them a little bit. And Strangerville feels more like a spin-off within the main game because its story is already predetermined basically, and you just sort of play along with it. I had fun with it. I just recently finished it for the very first time in my Occult Legacy Challenge. I had a lot of fun. I really did. It was actually really interesting, but most people really don't like it. The world is also really cool. The vibes of the world are really very nice, and it has quite a lot of lots. Like I definitely feel like it's worth it. Even if you don't like the story, I feel if you want like another world to play in, it's definitely decent. It's very desert-y. My Wedding Stories, it's going in meh, simply because it still has quite a few bugs. The concept is cool. I liked how it added something to an already existing system, which was weddings, and the whole wedding planning process feels a lot more impactful now with that pack. But it does have bugs where like guests sometimes won't do the things you want them to do, and if you invite too many, it gets a little hectic. Like it's still a little buggy. It's nothing game breaking, but I sort of took that into consideration when I put it in meh. Dine Out's also getting meh. I like it. Restaurants are really fun. I use them in literally every save I have. It is still buggy. And it takes like hours and hours and hours for your Sims to get something to eat. And for that reason, I put it in meh. But it's fun when it works. Journey for 2 is getting deleted. Delete it immediately. That is the one pack I don't own, and I am very much a Sims 4 completionist. I own literally almost everything else. When it's on sale, I still don't buy it. Like I feel like it's about the principle. I am standing on business, and my business is actively showing that I hated this pack. And I've heard complaints from people that actually like Star Wars saying that like the pack is very empty and it's just a bunch of like set dressings for like $20. Like who wants that? Not me. So yeah, it just sort of sucks, and that's why it's getting in the deleted category. Dream Home Decorator, I honestly like it. The career's fun. I think it's a good time. It's a little meh. not really. Actually, no, it's not meh. I really like it. It comes with a new career. You can basically have an actual impact on the worlds that your Sims live in, because you'll basically be like a decorator, and different families will ask you to like do different things in their home, and it's really very cool. If you like to decorate or like build things, I think it's definitely very cool. It's not a necessity though. Werewolves, I think, is also, in terms of like occult players, you kind of need it. Like, it's too good to not have. It's very similar to vampires, and like the fact that it has like a really well fleshed out skill tree. The world is beautiful. It has like a bunch of lore, like really good, well written lore. Like they put time and effort into this pack, and you can definitely tell that they did. Like it's good. It's so good. Luxury party, hate it. Makes no sense. Don't do it. It's not worth it. Perfect patio, hate it. Makes no sense. We got a free hot tub for, I think, the Sims 20th anniversary, and that was the entire selling point of the stuff pack. It basically means nothing. Absolutely nothing anymore. Don't do it. Cool kitchen is cool. You get ice cream and I think popcorn, but like they've done other things recently that I think are better in terms of like kitchen appliances and things, so it's okay. Basically, spooky stuff, it's also okay. You kind of need seasons to even make it make sense anyway, so it should definitely be like further down the list of things that you should probably get if you want to have like a really fleshed out feeling for The Sims. It's okay. It basically just makes like the spooky day party a little better. You get more costumes and like pumpkin carving kits, like that's pretty much it. And like a couple more decorations. That's it. Movie hangout, I like it. Oh, I really like it. It like changes the way that movies are, and like the stuff was okay. It's a really like sort of boho feeling theme. But like it's really cool. Like you can like shush people when they talk during the movie, and you can like have a favorite movie genre, like even an actual favorite movie. Like it's cool. It's cool. Not a necessity, but cool. Romantic gardening is meh. It's meh. The flowers are pretty, the statues are pretty. That's pretty much all it came with. And that's it. Kids room stuff is also meh. The kids room stuff is okay, but like it doesn't really add a lot, honestly. Backyard stuff is also meh. The slip and slide is cool. The lemonade like tray is cool, but not that big in terms of gameplay. Vintage glamour is also cool, but it's nothing crazy. If you like butlers, or if you want a butler, you have to get this pack. It also comes with a really cool like vanity where your Sims can like put on makeup. It's meh, but like closer to like it, because I really enjoy those aspects of it actually. Bowling night is sort of meh too, because it's just bowling. That's pretty much it. It just comes with like bowling stuff. Fitness stuff, I don't hate it, but I guess I'll put it in meh. It's alright. You get like a rock climbing wall and some like different recolors of the like fitness stuff that comes with the base game, so it's really not necessary, but like for aesthetics, I guess. If you want it, you can get it. Toddler stuff is honestly a ripoff, because it should have just come in the toddler update to begin with, but I don't hate it, so it's going in meh. Laundry day is also meh. I think the concept of laundry is fun. It can get a little tiring if you play with it too much, but like it's alright. My first pet stuff, delete it. Like the stuff is cute, but it is absolutely ridiculous that it exists. It should have also just been with the cats and dogs expansion pack. There was no need to separate this out from cats and dogs, especially because you need cats and dogs for this stuff pack to work in the first place. I believe it was free. It may still actually be free because after years and years, they finally realized how ridiculous it is to have sold it. So definitely check to see if it's free. If it's free, get it. If it's not free, do not buy it. The Machino stuff, Moschino, I actually don't know how to pronounce that place, but I'm putting it in meh. It's alright. I like what it did for like photographs and stuff. Like that's cool. The fact that you can like take group photos and like different poses and stuff, like that's dope. Really, really cool. Actually, I might put it in like it actually. I really do like that. Tiny living, I like it. It made building small spaces possible and like functional in a way that really wasn't a thing you could do without it. Like you can, but like it sort of like bundled things together, like a TV, a bookcase, and the stereo all together in one item. Like it makes things make sense for a tiny living. Nifty knitting, I also like it. It's like a little hobby for my Sims, and I love hobbies. We deserve a hobby pack, but I will definitely accept nifty knitting in the meantime, in between time. Paranormal, love it. If there was a love it section, I would put it there. You don't need it, not a necessity, but it was the best stuff pack I think we've ever gotten in our lives. And then we went on a very, very long hiatus of stuff packs, so it is that girl. Truly, the gameplay is beautiful. For a stuff pack, it's so good, and you can replay it too. It comes with like haunted houses and like seance tables, and it's really cool. Definitely, if you like more ghost like occult play, definitely would get it. All right, Home Chef Hustle, I like it. I think the appliances are fun. I like the fact that you can run a restaurant that's not like a full-on building. You can have like a little like home or like traveling restaurant. I think it's fun. The appliances are really cool. The gameplay is nice. The kitchen set is very pretty. I have nothing bad to say about that stuff pack. And then we moved on to kits, and I at first thoroughly disliked kits, like thoroughly. But I've changed my mind. I like the little bits of things that we can get for like a more manageable price. But I used to really have a grudge because I thought that they replaced stuff packs, because I know that they said that it wouldn't replace stuff packs, but it had been years since we had paranormal stuff, so it felt very much like it replaced stuff packs. But now that we're back to getting stuff packs, I don't hate them as much. So it started off with basically 3 categories of kits, and one of them was going to be a gameplay kit category. And then we got Bust to Dust, which was the first and only gameplay kit, and it just it's very underwhelming, underperforming. It does what it needs to do, but it's kind of very buggy, especially when it first came out. It was like really buggy. I don't know if it's gotten any better because I play with mods that like helped fix it, so it's not that bad. Plus I usually turn it off anyway. I don't want to have to vacuum all the time, which is kind of the point of the kit, but it's like I personally don't want to have my Sims vacuum. But if that sounds interesting, you can get the Busted Nut kit. Country Kitchen, I actually really like that kit. It's very pretty. It comes with Country Kitchen items and it's nice. The Throwback Fit kit is meh. I don't really play with like clothing kits because I play on PC, and I'm like fortunate enough to be able to download CC whenever I want to, so I don't really need to rely on kits to give me more clothing. If you do, like if you play on console, if you play on a PC that can't necessarily handle CC, I feel like it does what it needs to do. It's like an 80s vibe clothing kit. It's pretty cool. Courtyard Oasis, I like it. It's a very particular architectural style and that's it. That's pretty much it. It's like the whole kit basically. This one is the Carnival Streetwear. I thought it was it's kind of meh to me. It was okay. I think it's okay. Like it's in meh, but not in like a negative way, in like a positive way, I guess, because it kind of just does what it needs to do. I don't necessarily care for it too much, but like if you do care for it, you'll care for it, you know? Core to the Max. I know this one. The Core to the Max. I actually really like it. I love all the wallpapers and stuff that it comes with. It's very like maximalist styling, and I really like that for certain Sims. The Little Campers. Oh, I really love that one. Like it's very nice. Like the like really cute little kid camping vibe that it comes with is very nice, and it plays really well with the camping game pack. There's so many. Bathroom clutter is, I like it. I like the bathroom clutter. I've been using it a lot actually, since I got it recently. Pretty sure this is Basement Treasures. I like that one too. I like the sort of like grungy vibe to the furniture that you get with that. Book Nook, love it. So pretty. Love it a lot. There's a lot of like book clutter and like customizable bookcases, like stackable ones. I mean, the castle kit is meh because I don't build castles. That's not really me. But if you want to build a castle, I would get that. The goth kit, I actually do like it a lot. A lot more than I thought I would. Let me just say that. Aside from the bug with the hoodie that makes the Sims eyes bigger, I really like the styling of those things. The modern Lux kit is lovely. Like, the aesthetics are beautiful. It makes like a really beautiful bedroom. I would definitely recommend for like a more modern bedroom feel. Pool slide splash kits is meh. It's okay. It adds like swimsuits and stuff. That's not it. It's this one. It adds like swimsuits and stuff, and that's nice. I don't think that's it. No way, I think this one was and there's just so many little icons. It's very hard to keep track of. The grunge revival kit is okay. It literally just is like grunge themed clothing. Greenhouse Haven, I like it a lot. That's just because I like gardening in The Sims, and it's helpful to have like a nice place to put the plants in so that way they grow year round, which is basically what a greenhouse is. So it's just nice to have like an official kit for that. I'm pretty sure this is the Simtimates collection, which I did like it. I thought it was nice. It added some more like underwear for our Sims, and it was cool, you know. Pastel Pop, I love the aesthetics of this kit so much. It's very pretty, very pastel, very like traditionally feminine themed things. I really like it. Everyday Clutter, which I think this is, I really liked that kit. It just adds like little things that like you would use every day, as it says in the kit title. And it's really nice. I think this is like the gifts, like there's like a special like gift section that's free. It's completely free, and it comes with like some like Christmas decorations and some other things, I believe like holiday decorations, but it's free, so like just get that. It's free, it's a necessity, take it, you know. Okay, this is the industrial loft kit. I think it's okay. It's okay. You can build like an industrial loft. I think that's fun. It feels very urban to me. I believe this is the modern menswear one, and it's again okay. I don't really care for clothing kits, so I'm also gonna put I believe this is the Fashion Street kit, I think, and I believe this is the Incheon, I think that's how you pronounce that, Arrivals kit. So those are also going in meh, because not the biggest fan of clothing kits, but only because I have the privilege of downloading CC. This is the First Fits kit, and it's also okay. It just adds some more like clothing options for children, and they're pretty cute. So if you feel that you need that, get it. But I definitely wouldn't put any of these kits in need it, truly. Okay, so I'm gonna put both Blooming Rooms and Courtyard Oasis in the same place. One, because I can't differentiate between which one is which at this moment. But also because I do actually like those two kits. One comes with like a bunch of different plants, like indoor plants, and I think like a few outdoor plant options, which are always handy. And the Courtyard Oasis one is very like desert themed, but like desert chic themed. So it's really very nice, and it comes with a really nice curtain set with like a rod that you can like add for wider windows, which is so specific, but it's really very nice to have. I have literally no idea which kit this is. What is that? Yeah, I have no idea what that one is, so I'm just gonna put it and delete it because clearly it's not meaningful enough for me to know what it is. But basically, this is my tier list. There's not that much in The Sims that I feel is absolutely necessary, so that's why the needed category is very small. But there's a lot of things that I like, that I feel like if you're already got the basics down, you can definitely choose some of these things, and it'll really help to like improve your general gameplay in various ways for various different play styles. there's not that much in hate it or delete it because I do truly enjoy this game, which may be controversial to say, but I do really like it. And meh is sort of just like a sort of take it or leave it type thing where I wouldn't necessarily fully recommend a lot like some of these things, but they're not terrible by any stretch of the imagination. So if you just like the play style of those things, I feel like you should get them, but they're not a necessity and are not necessarily things that I personally like, so I put them in meh. But yeah, that's been the tier list. We'll pick something up from the Lunar New Year sale. I always love when things go on sale in the EA app because these things are really expensive without a sale. So like, I would definitely encourage anybody that like is feeling a little bored with just like the base game or just like maybe one pack that they own to go get something. Like ask like a friend or like a family member or just like splurge, you know, like it's a sale. Live it up a little bit, buy something. It doesn't even have to be something big. Just buy like a little something and I promise it will definitely help. It'll definitely just make you feel a little bit better. But that's the end of the tier list for me. So we will be back to our like regularly scheduled programming very, very, very soon. But I did want to put this out there in case anybody needed help choosing what to get. Just watch the video.